Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. It's raining or almost going to rain here, and I have to wear my raincoat. Funny story about this raincoat. When I bought this raincoat, it was over a year ago, I believe. It was QVC clearance. And sometimes our clearances are really good. This is Susan Graver, and what's so cute about it is you could put it into the pouch, like the pocket, and it pops up into a pouch. And it's just really cute. You can put the sleeves up to make like 3/4 sleeves. It's really just cute. I'm not a big fan of a lot of her stuff, but I did like this. I didn't have this wasn't the pattern that I wanted. It's not a bad pattern, but they had a couple different ones I really liked that they were sold out. So long story short, I wound up getting in large or an extra large. I don't remember. But it was not a size I was comfortable getting because that's not a size I normally would buy. And I'm like, well, and when I got it, it zipped, but it wasn't. It was a perfect fit, actually. And now it is big, and I could pull the little, they have the little strings in the middle. You can pull it, make it tighter in the waist, like cinch it. I'm all over that. I like it. I like it. I like, you know, I'm so not used to this. I'm really not used to things being big. Unless I buy them big. That's because, yeah, we all buy our stuff big. Like, I tell this to a lot of people. When you're bigger, you buy clothes bigger to make you look smaller. When you're smaller, you can't buy things. When you buy things bigger, then it makes you look bigger. So now I'm trying to buy things true to size, and just, you know, I'm a work in progress. I'm not quite sure what's, you know, like we said yesterday, I said this before, every size and every company is different. You could be in a large in one place and a small in the other. It's like, I don't understand it. Shoes aren't that way though. Shoes, I'm pretty much true to size. I've never had to get, well, my shoe has shrunk actually. I went down a half size. I'd gone up a half size when I had my kids, and they never went back down. I went from an 8 to an 8.5. So I've been trying on 8s at the, you know, the guys who know me knows I'm all about the Skechers, and now I'm actually got my last 2 pair I got in 8s because they fit really fine. I didn't think they were tight at all. So yeah, my shoe size has gone down. I'm happy to report. Let's put my lights on. It's raining here in the Northeast. We're supposed to get some kind of cyclone thing later. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think it's storms colliding or different things colliding north, you know. So we're supposed to have some really heavy rain later. I'm hoping it's not going to rain all night. I mean, it probably will rain from like after lunch to maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, which is fine. I just don't like it to rain, so the dog can't go out. Because my dog don't like to go out in the rain. But, you know, I've still taken him, so yeah, I'll be going out in the rain with him. If that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. I drag him out and doesn't have a choice because he has to do his business. So what I want to talk about today was artificial sweeteners. I'm trying a new brown sugar blend. I've had the monk fruit. I've had the swerve. Of course I have Splenda. I'm not a big fan of stevia. It's not that I'm not a fan, I just can never get the right amount. Either I put too much or not enough. For some reason, stevia and me, we just don't get along. I do enjoy Splenda in my tea. I would love to put Splenda in everything, but Splenda has points. So yeah, not happening. So I just want this new brown sugar blend. It's really expensive. I mean, I can't think of what it's called. So I looked at it when I left the house. I'm going to talk about that brown sugar, and it blew out of my head. But you probably all know what I'm talking about. It's the one everybody's using. It was cost me $16 for a pound of it. I've never paid that much for any kind of sugar. I'm just getting it 99 cents. But this one looked darker because the golden from the monk fruit was tasty, but not as intensely brownie as I like. You know, like when I have a brown sugar, I want that molassesy gold, what it's known for. And I didn't think it was okay. This one looks really good. So I'm hoping I'll write the. I remember to do it. You know me, I'll link things and I don't remember. But maybe I might upload this one because everybody keeps asking me about my pluses, and I do it. On my normal videos, all my stuff that I recommend is always linked at the bottom, but for some reason when I upload my daily vlog, it doesn't connect it. I don't know. But probably because I don't do it through, I don't know. I do it through the phone to the YouTube versus through the phone to the computer to the YouTube. I know. So if I might just upload this to the computer, this way it'll just attach everything, and my favorite things are always at the bottom. It's not a lot. I mean, I like what are my favorite things? Brownie mix, Dash waffle maker, my peeler, and my glasses. I think it's like 5 things. I don't have much. I don't know. I'm there's everybody links a lot of things. I think people can find stuff if they need it, but certain things are very basic, are very personal. Like these, my glasses are personal. Yeah, they're really cool. They have them in different color lenses. These are the pink. I know they have them in purple, and I just like the turquoise sides of these. You can see them, and the pink. It's just really cute, And they weren't too bad. I think they were like $18 or something, which I didn't think was that bad. And I've had them. Has it been a year yet? No, I probably got them. Maybe I did. I might have had them a year. So I wasn't vlogging right away. I just thought they were cute. Girl always needs a good pair of sunglasses. Back to artificial sweeteners. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Splenda has points that people don't realize when you use, like, using a packet of Splenda is 0. But if you go to like a half a cup, it's points. That's why Chick-fil-A's on their sugar-free lemonade or something, one of the things that they have has points. Like, I thought it was, they use Splenda, and and lo and behold, Splenda has points. That's why I like it so much. It's probably the closest thing to sugar. I tried Sweet and Low the other day. I think that's all that was there. That's right. We were at our Knights of Columbus breakfast, and all they had was Sweet and Low. And I thought, well, I used to use Sweet and Low. I mean, so I threw it in my tea. Oh, it was horrid. Absolutely horrid. Ugh. Oh, it was just bad. I'm like, ooh. And people always say that artificial sweeteners have aftertaste, and I don't normally, can normally tell, but OMG, that was aftertaste. That was horrible. I'm like, ooh, yeah. So then I thought maybe I brought a couple packets home, thinking maybe I could put it in something that I don't think is sweet enough, and maybe it'll help. So that was a cup of hot tea. So I made a cup of iced tea to go to a meeting on Monday night. I meant to tell Joan, and I forgot because her and I were attending the same meeting. And I made my tea, as I always do, and I threw the Sweet and Low in there. I said, you know what? It's probably really much better in the iced tea. Oh, it was gross. Literally, talk about bad tasting, aftertaste galore. I was like, this is aftertaste. So I threw my tea out, brewed a whole new pot because I'd already. And then I put my Splenda in, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening again. That I don't like Sweet and Low. How funny. And I know I used to use it. I know I did. Because that was like the big thing. I didn't like Equal. And Sweet and Low was really good because some things don't dissolve nice in the cold. They just sit there and float. But Sweet and Low did. And then when they came out with Splenda, the yellow one, my husband started buying it for his coffee. So then when I went off sugar, and it dissolved nice, so I just used it. He was buying it, it was fine. I didn't really care. But the funny thing is, why I started this vlog, this story today, was before I started Weight Watchers, I used to drink instant iced tea. The kind you just make in the gallon and you scoop. And I used to drink that, well, the way I drink this, probably half a gallon a day, easily. I'm a big drinker when it comes to tea. I don't know why. And I never realized I gave that up first. How much, I think I took off 15 pounds just from not using that. And then when they went to, I was on Points Plus, and then I went to Smart Points. And when it changed, sugar took a huge hit from Points Plus to Smart Points. Huge. I mean, things that I used to eat for 2 points were like 6 points. It's crazy. And sugar is, a lot of things was sugar. So I have been using sugar substitute in baking now. I mean, I would use the regular because or brown sugar isn't as bad as white sugar when you want to bake things. But I'm trying this other brown sugar blend because I'm making, get ready for it, people, carrot cake jam. Yes. People have, I bought this little, my husband bought me this little bottle of carrot cake jam. We were down the shore for the day. It was my birthday. And I thought this sounded really interesting, and I tried it. It was really tasty. He said, I'll buy you a jar for your birthday. And I figured, well, you know, anything in moderation. It's not going to sit there and eat the whole stinking jar. It's very point heavy because it's made with sugar, obviously. So I have maybe, instead of, I think the serving is 2 tablespoons. I have 1 for 2 points. It does cover the toast. It's enough. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun? Because I've made a strawberry cheese seed jam that's really good, and I always make cranberry sauce. So I thought, why not see if I can do this jam? And I read the ingredients, and they were shredded carrots, obviously, it's carrot cake, pineapple, brown sugar, coconut, like all the things in carrot cake. So I thought, and carrot cake icing. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to get me a fresh pineapple. Check. I'm going to get me some carrots. Check. I'm going to get me some low point brown sugar. That was what I didn't have, or hard to find. I had to order it on Amazon. So it's $16. That was a little steep, but you know, I'm hoping it works out better, because I was just out of, I had a little bit of golden left from the monk fruit, and I just knew that that wasn't going to do it, because I've used the golden, and not that it's not bad, it's not that's bad, it's just not as intense as I need it for this jam. And this measures 0. I use 2 cups and 0. I'm not going to use 2 cups because I do believe it's, I have to see, I'm just going to be trial and error. I have nothing to judge it on, so I'm just going to have to start with a small amount and taste as I go. So I have a fresh pineapple. I'm going to dice it. I'm going to cook it down. I'm going to shred some carrots and cook that down with it. So it's going to be like, and my problem is going to be thickening it. I'm going to see if it needs to be thickened. I don't want to throw an apple, is natural, will do it, because the pectin in the apple makes things thicker. So I could, if I'm desperate, throw an apple in there. I just don't want it to throw off the taste. I don't think an apple would, because it's an apple and how bad could it be? So I'm going to play with that at the end of the week. Of course I'll film, because why not? Why not? I think it'll work out. I'm definitely going to use more pineapple than I think I need, because I think, you know, and carrots. I'm not going to have a lot of coconut, because I don't think I have coconut. I'm not a coconut fan anyway. If I was making a carrot cake, I wouldn't put it in it. So, yeah, so just playing around with different sweeteners. You know, this morning, I always put 2 packets in my French toast in a mug, because 1 packet for the regular and 1 packet to make it a little bit sweeter. And I threw my scoopable apple pie in there that I made on Sunday for the apple pie in a squash recipe. It's here on the vlog. It's on my channel. It was from Weight Watchers, a Weight Watchers recipe that I saw posted. And I love squash, and I like the scoopable apple pie. They didn't call it scoopable apple pie, but that's what I call it. It's the hungry girl. You just make apple pies, chopped up apples, and a little bit of Splenda, and a little bit of water, and it cooks down, and it breaks down, and it gets thick, and it's like, you know, filling it with a little cinnamon. I use apple pie spice, which I got at the Amish market, which I've already had. So I put that in there. It's delish. And I put it, I'm going to put on the rest of it. I think if I make overnight oats tomorrow, I might make overnight oats. We'll see if I get, you know. But I love artificial sweeteners. I do. I just don't like Sweet Low. But I like all the other ones. The Swerve, I didn't like the Swerve. I just didn't think it was sweet enough. And I feel like I kept needing to add more. And I think to myself, I can buy one that I don't have to add as much and use it up as quick. And maybe. But I did like the Swerve. Swerve is one of the few that are sold at my local store, my local ShopRite. The other ones you can't get. You have to order them online. Unless you're getting Splenda, of course. But I'm talking Lethal Lancanado and that one that I can't remember, which is what I want to talk about. I can't remember the name. But yeah, I will link that one in the description box below if you want to go and try it out. And like I said, it looks intense, which is what I wanted. So I'm excited to try it. And I was going to say something else. Oh, the Swerve powder. I did get that at my local store. I like that. Tell you make a donut and dunk it in that Swerve powder. Yes, please. It's delicious. So good. So yeah, I do love artificial sweeteners. And to me, only one I had an aftertaste was for Sweet and Low. The other ones I really don't. A lot of people are sensitive to them. It's like the Shirkin Gold. I remembered it. It came to me. Yes, that's the brown sugar I ordered. Shirkin Gold. I think that's how you say it. But I will link it at the bottom. I will link my glasses at the bottom. I will link everything. You'll see all my links if you're interested in anything that I like. I will have it linked at the bottom in my Amazon store, and they don't upcharge you for stuff that we recommend. So I always worry about that because I recommend it don't mean you need to be paying a higher price for it. I don't like that. But I'm here at work. This is a quick video. It felt like I didn't talk about much, but it's artificial sweetener day. So let me know what your favorite artificial sweetener is in the bottom. I'd love to hear it. All right, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. Let you know when District uploads. She uploads every daily for vlogs, and she's been cooking this week. It's squash week, and tonight she's making delicata squash fries with my shrimp patties, and that should be up tomorrow. Today I'll be putting up my spaghetti squash. I didn't have a recipe for the spaghetti squash because I didn't think it through. I just showed you how to prepare spaghetti squash and how it looks on my plate when I use a half a spaghetti squash with my 1 cup of pasta. It was a huge, huge helping. And I wanted to show you all that, so I did. So check that out tonight. That should be up later today or tonight. By the time you see this, it'll be later today. So, because it's, never mind. I talk too much. Have a great day, and I will dish tomorrow.